Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a reading with no topic. I'm just basically going to be asking what's happening right now and maybe what to expect in the future. We'll see what cards want to show. And I'm going to be shuffling on camera. There will be 4 piles. I'm pulling a card for pile number 1 to start with. And let's see, that one wants to come out. Pile number 1. Pile number 2. Pile number 3. And pile number 4. For pile number 4, interestingly enough, I won 2 cards. I don't know why. We'll keep it there. And then I'm going to be using the 𝒃𝒊𝒕𝒉 tarot. What is it that you should focus on right now? Pile number 1. What is it that you should focus on? Pile number 2. For pile number 2, I want 2 of these. What is it that you should focus on? Pile number 3. And what you should focus on? Pile number 4. So I'm going to take the phone, show you all the cards. From above, they all look the same. Use your intuition. You probably know already which pile is yours just from seeing me shuffle. If you need some more time, stop the video right here. I'll catch you in timestamps. Hey pile 1 people, let's see what is up with you. I'm going to be pulling from additional decks as we speak. So you have the King of Water as well as the Hermit. This is making me feel good, these 2 cards. Overall, it seems like what's happening right now, or maybe in the near future, because we all slightly on different time frames, you're finding emotional peace. Sorry if you can hear the construction, guys. You're finding emotional peace, and it seems like maybe you were going through a really difficult period of time, or something happened, you know, where your emotions were heightened before, and you can expect a moment of relaxation, peace, and almost like I'm seeing a fjord somewhere in Norway. Maybe for some of you that's something that's close to your heart. And I'm seeing that pure water. And it's very cold water, but at the same time, it's very cleansing. So I don't know, maybe some of you are cleansing your space, or some of you are cleansing the, I want to say, residual emotions that don't belong to you anymore. You don't want them anymore. Sorry about the noise, guys. I just started the reading before. As you heard, it was really quiet. So it happens to me that way, you know? Someone doesn't want me to work. Yeah, I should be taking more breaks. I think that's why. But I'm in a mood, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. What's about to happen, or what's happening for pile number 1? Overall, blue color is quite important. You see, I told you about cleansing of emotions. You have the 3 of Swords here. Whatever has disappointed you in the past, it doesn't have to be a big deal. You know, for some of you, it can be something that went wrong and you are like, damn it. For others of you, maybe this is connected to the other human being where you felt a little bit meh. Now, there is a 3rd group here. For some of you, maybe this is someone in your life who feels disappointed, who was let down, and maybe you're gonna be dealing with that person. Because when I'm looking at these 2 cards here, it seems like your emotions are intact, you're pretty solid, you balanced in that sense. And I'm looking at the sea star over here, and it's making me think of all the good things to come. You're very protected around this moment. I'm seeing your auric field being very strong. Maybe you are reclaiming your energy. Let me see, you have the Knight of Pentacles. You have the 9 of Wands. I'm hearing someone is fixing themselves. So it can be emotions, it can be your mental space, or it can be even physical for some of you. You have the Four of Wands. Something connected to home or environment where you live might be improving, or people that you live with. So when it comes to improvements, you know, sometimes some things have to leave our life, or we have to move on. You have the King and the Queen of Water, which is Cups here. And you have the Ace of Swords. I also want to pull one card from this deck. Just bear with me. I've forgotten the name of it. What can you expect, pile number one? What can you expect? You have the Five of Air. It seems like you are fighting for something here. And you have the Ace of Air twice. The Ace of Swords is here twice, the same like the Queen and the King of Cups. There is a strong partnership here that I'm seeing. And I'm seeing these two people. They have the same values, morals. And it seems like in the future there is something that you are fighting for. But I keep hearing the truth, you know, I'm fighting for justice or truth. So I don't know what you're doing here, but you maybe want to speak up and you're like, this is BS, you know, that's how it is for real. It's almost like you're seeking for justice as well as you're seeking for truth in some sort of situation here. And you want others to know what was hidden, you know, what wasn't said. You're preparing for some sort of a battle, but it's very personal to you because you want to fight for this. It can be a job, a person, it can be some type of... I'm seeing you also possibly helping others by fighting for something. It can be connected to government or anything really, you know, whatever you say. We have a lot of swords here, and bottom of that super lunaris deck, we had the Queen of Swords. So you speaking up, you allow yourself to fully go. I told you pay attention to blue color, right? I kept looking at that King of Water and I was soaking that blue in. This is about your throat chakra. You're not going to let go, I'm seeing here, very easily. Whatever it is that you have your mind set on, you're going to achieve that. You have a very strong spirit, like almost like a warrior spirit. So I wouldn't be surprised if in past life you were a warrior a couple of times, you know. A couple is not enough. I'd say at least 10, okay? 10 lifetimes where you had to fight for something. And maybe you bring in that spirit to this lifetime. You want to prove something, you want to fight for people that you believe in as well, you know, you're very protective here. If that's not your vibe, this is definitely a person who's next to you, who will be fighting for you and helping you out, okay, in whatever situation. There's a new understanding coming through here, a light bulb moment. Maybe some of you just had it, some of you will have it in the future. What are you going to be happy about? You have the Two of Air. Again, you see there is a lot of air here. What are you going to be happy about? If you're in the crossroads, you're going to make a right decision. You know, as I say, there is no wrong or right. It's just, you know, one path is a bit more difficult than the other. We learn from both, right? And you have the Ten of Earth. And you're going to make a right decision for yourself, an easier decision, right? An easier route that you will be taking in the future in order for you to gain financial success. There is something about you standing still and thinking things through and deciding that, hey, I gotta refocus, or I have to adjust certain things in my life. And you're walking towards a financial success. For some of you, it can be a strong family dynamic, bonding time, you know, spending more time maybe with the loved ones, or you're going to reconnect with someone. But mostly I'm sensing financial abundance here. That's what you're walking towards too. This makes me feel like, I'm just gonna give you an example. what this reminds me of. Now, it doesn't have to be your scenario, just kind of see what I'm trying to say here. Almost like someone who wasn't treated well at work, or someone who wasn't paid enough money. There was no justice, right? And this person says, hey, you know what? This time in my life, I'm gonna fight for what I deserve. And say they fill in documents, they go for advice, maybe to officials, they take care of formalities, and they win the case, right? You don't have to go to court, right? I'm not seeing it on such a high level, but it seems like whatever happens afterwards, this person is given the money, they are being paid the money, and they give extra on top, okay? And that's what this situation reminds me of over here. So this can be translated in many different scenarios, okay? But it seems like you're going to be given an idea. If you're looking for a way how to do certain things, or how to overcome certain problem, or which decision to make, it's coming very soon for you. You have 2 Ace of Air. Bang, you know, that moment of clarity is coming. That idea that's almost gonna come out of the blue, okay? Literally out of the blue. Let me see what else here. Where should your focus lie right now? Three of Water, connect to people, especially friends, you know, people that you care about, people that you have gone through quite a lot together. These are the trustworthy people, and it's saying spend a bit more time with them. You know, your advice card was the Hermit, what to focus on, but that Hermit isn't as... It's not giving me the regular Hermit feeling here, and it makes sense since I clarified it with Three of Water. It's saying protect your energy, but do not isolate yourself at this moment. Seek out for communication with maybe long lost friends, I almost want to say, you know, people that you've known for a long time, but maybe life happened and you split, or maybe you just didn't have enough time anymore for each other. It's saying reunite with friends because you need that. You need that time just to have a bit more fun and to let go a little bit more, pile number 1. So I hope that this was helpful. Tribe, thank you very much for coming back. Love you as always. I'll catch you soon. Hey pile 2, whoever has chosen this pile, let's see what is up. You have the Two of Earth. You have the Ace of Swords. Okay, this is collective already. We had 2 Aces of Swords in pile number 1. Collectively, straight away, it seems like I want to say the next 3 weeks will be about new ideas or light bulb moments, sense of clarity, okay? Finding way out, knowing exactly where you're going and what you need to do. And you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I love this Nine of Swords. I don't know, it makes me feel like it's very connected for me to nature when I'm looking at that wave, how powerful nature is. And since we have the Two of Pentacles over here, there is that sense of being one with nature. Maybe for some of you, if your sleep is not really good right now, if you're waking up not well rested, it's saying let's go out, okay? Let's spend some time by the beach or in the forest or the park, wherever greenery lies, or water. For you, that's pretty important. But what I'm also looking at, when I'm looking at the Nine of Swords here, it seems like something is going to come out of a blue. You were doing your thing, you were living your life, and again, with the Ace of Swords next to it here, it seems like something's going to hit you pretty quickly. And I'm hearing a shake-up will happen in order for you to improve yourself. Especially if you felt quite monotonic lately, if you felt like nothing interesting is happening, expect a shift to come. It's going to shake you out of that emotion, out of that feeling, okay? Out of that state. Okay. Let me see which deck I want to use for you. Triple Goddess Tarot. Let's take that one. Nine of Cups. Three of Wands. You're going after what you want, and it may have a connection to creativity. It seems like pile number 2 is shifting, and whatever creative you have done already, or if you're thinking to start, do this. For those who have started creating something for themselves, it seems like you will be rewarded, so expect good things to come for yourself. I keep hearing reward. There's one more story here. For some of you, if you're deciding to move on or move somewhere, you'll find what you're looking for in that place. Seems like for a lot of you here in pile number 2, you're walking towards the next goal and the next dream of yours. So expect abundance, especially the emotional abundance. I'm seeing here happiness. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you have the Queen of Wands here. Wow, there's a lot of attention coming from people. If you have your own business, expect a lot of clients, okay? Expect to be visible, and it's gonna happen quickly. It's gonna happen quickly. It seems like for a lot of you, you're already sensing intuitively that something is coming and you don't know what. For some of you, maybe if you do tarot, you already know what this is, but it's very connected to your stability and your charisma, the way you speak, the way you it's about speaking here. It's about what you have to say or how you carry yourself. And this is your baby. Whatever this is your baby. That's something that you care about a lot. And it's saying, we had to give you time to relax a bit more or to take some time off before that wave hits you, because when it does, a lot of things will start happening all at once. So you had to be prepared. That's what I'm hearing. There are a lot of people that you are attracting, a lot of attention that you are attracting in the future. Expect good things. I see that for some of you, maybe you're moving, or maybe something is connected to your home environment here. But overall, this is a very happy pile. I like that. Very, very much for you here, guys. Take a look at this Queen of Wands here. Look how many people are reaching for her attention and for what it is that she has to offer. And she's like, I know, I've done well. So that's what kind of energy I'm seeing here for you. For some of you, you're already there. And there's going to be a next chapter for you starting. Okay, so just don't forget to take a moment and celebrate your successes and give yourself a big pat on the back. Maybe buy yourself a cake, or I don't know, whatever it is that you like. And celebrate yourself, you know, what it is that you have achieved so far, because it's important for you, especially around this time. Let's not forget the milestones. Let's not forget to thank ourselves. And maybe you want to thank also your guide or your ancestor, or maybe your deceased who's helping you, right? But this is a very nice energy. What can you expect in the future, please? What can you expect in the future? There is some type of collaboration. You're working with someone. I'm seeing here maybe a proposal to collaborate is coming through here. The Chariot is here, recognition, oh my God, this pile, look at you guys, I love this. What can you expect? Five of Wands, and I want 2 cards here. Nine of Pentacles, yeah, you're very independent, you know exactly what you need and what you want. And I'm seeing very good collaborations coming through, or connections with people in your surroundings. And it seems like, you know, this Five of Wands and what this makes me think of, I want to say, you know, people see how well you've done and how well you are doing. So don't pay attention to certain comments or criticism that doesn't have a strong foundation, you know, trolls, I want to say. just kind of, you know, brush it off, because it seems like you're gonna be observed big time. There's a lot of people watching you, and you may expect, you know, little bumps on the road, but these are coming from those who are doing less than you. There's that saying that I like. You will never be criticized by someone who's doing a lot in their life or achieved a lot. You'll only be criticized by those who are doing less. So just remember that throughout this journey, okay? Where should your focus lie right now? It's saying keep juggling, okay? Keep juggling, keep doing your thing. You're doing great. Where should your focus lie? We have the Fool as well as Magician. Yeah, keep juggling. Don't stay in comfort zone as well. Keep evolving. For you, it seems like in your life you have to keep evolving, okay? One chapter is done, the next one starts. It's not about getting used to one thing and doing it all over again. For you, it seems like your life is all about changes. And I can relate to this, pal, pretty well, you know. I finish something and then I start learning something new, and then I take that tool and I implement it, and it just goes. But it's pretty fun to live that way. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but what is fun in comfort? It becomes quite boring. And it's saying keep mastering new tools, okay, for you. Keep mastering new tools, expect new tools to be found along the way for yourself, and connect to people. Because for you, a lot of people will be drawn to you naturally. So expect even more collaborations, and this is great. I have nothing more to say for pile number 2. But on the bottom of the deck, we have this Queen of Cups over here. It's saying know your value. Literally, I just channeled this because when I looked at this card, I'm like, know your value, okay? Because the Queen of Cups is usually, she doesn't have the facial expression like in this deck. In this deck, she has a bitch face on, okay? But in the best way possible. She's like, look at me. It almost seems like she's in control of the ocean, okay? That's how comfortable she is, and that's how proud she is of herself. And we have a wave over here, so maybe ocean, sea, water overall is important in your life. It's saying connect to that energy a little bit more. And the Wheel of Fortune is here. Everything is going to turn out great. I mean, go and celebrate pile number 2, okay? Tribe, thank you very much for coming back. Louisa, I can't speak. Love you as always, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3. So let's see what is up with you guys. I like that. The Ace of Earth as well as expansion. Wow. So, you know, we have the shedding snake here, and this card is talking about what to focus on. Shed your skin, okay? It's time to do that right now. The new chapter is approaching. For some of you, you've just gone through this. For some of you, you might expect for this to happen in the future. And we have an ace as well. This is saying expect a new beginning, a new project, a new idea, whatever this is, a relationship maybe. But basically, a new chapter is coming. But in order for this new chapter to be presented to you, you first have to get rid of the old self, old skin, whatever this represents to you. Expect expansion, pile number 3. I like that for you. I really like that deep green color. So maybe for some of you, that's something that you like. Maybe you bought something of green color, or deep forest / turquoise, that kind of a vibe I'm seeing here. If you're going to be drawn the next couple of weeks to buying maybe even a green stone, or buying a piece of clothing of that color, it's saying just do that, because it's going to give you, I want to say, it's almost like it's going to help you with that vibration as well. The color affects you pretty much here, pile number 3, I'm seeing. Maybe that's something that you like to work with, right? Some people have those lamps and they keep switching the colors. That's something that I'm seeing here. But overall, a new plant is growing. I like that. The roots started growing some time ago. And now you'll be able to start seeing a plant above the ground. It's saying just know that the roots are there already. Even if you don't see that new chapter, new beginning just yet, it's happening below the surface, okay? Interesting. Which deck I want for you, pile number 3? Let me see. Textured Tarot. Let's take that one. It's vibing. Okay. Let me get it out. What is happening, pile number 3? You have the Lovers. You have the Ace of Cups. 2 aces here. Look at you. You have the 3 aces. Ace of Swords. Wow. Pile 3. Buckle up. We have the 6 of Swords. Where are you going? It seems like you're leaving, you're closing doors behind you and you're like, I'm on to adventure, I'm on to a new start. And this start seems to be, it's almost like you're starting from 0, but with really solid ground. Those roots being in the soil, you know, and you don't doubt yourself. You're gonna be like, listen, I gotta take this new person, new job, new idea, and just have to roll with it. And that's something that is happening here for you, you know. You might have had a light bulb moment recently, a realization about yourself or your situation, and you're like, damn, this is deep, you know. I should continue improving and upgrading myself in my life. Okay. 8 of Wands. Wow, look at this. We have the 10 of Wands. Okay. And cards are flying all over the place here. You have the Empress. Of course you have the Empress. Let me clarify the 10 of Wands here. The Tower. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted to say. Bottom of the deck, we have Justice. Okay, this is an important time in your life. I'm seeing here, pile number 3. I think for some of you just have realized this, or you will in the future, where you're like, listen, life doesn't have to be so difficult. Why am I carrying all these wands, you know? My back feels a little bit tired. My back's hurting. Maybe for some of you, you're refusing a difficult way out, and you're like, there must be an easier solution, or there must be a way for me to live a little bit more grounded life. And whatever it is that I had before, it feels too heavy now, and I have to let it go. And maybe this realization with 8 of Wands hits you very quickly, where you're like, damn, why am I doing this? Why is this happening? I gotta completely demolish this energy, you know, of overburdening myself and looking for, it seems like for some of you, maybe pile number 3, sometimes when good things would happen to you, you would subconsciously just, you know, think, oh, something difficult is going to happen, or something bad is going to happen, and you wouldn't allow yourself to be fully happy. And this is saying that's something that is going to be over and done with. But it seems like you're recognizing that yourself. You're like, why do I have limiting beliefs about this? Why don't I think I can be like the Empress or the Emperor, you know, and have these new beginnings in my life? Why was I being drawn to difficult things or difficult situations? Let's cut it off. Let's start fresh, and let's keep moving with the 6 of Swords here, right? Whatever is going to come my way, I'm flying so high that nothing is able to touch me or disturb my path. What an energy, pile number 3. Maybe for some of you, you want to start a new relationship, or if you are in long-term commitment and you're happy, you might expect a baby, honestly. Lovers is here, the Ace of Cups and the Empress is here. I'm just saying, there is a potential for birth. Maybe that's something that you're waiting for. We have the King of Swords. We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Wands. Seems like you're longing for someone, or you will be longing for someone here, but it can be vice versa, because when I'm looking at the King of Swords and 5 of Pentacles next to it, maybe you're leaving this person behind, or you're deciding not to give so much of yourself. Yeah, look, Eight of Cups is here. You see? So it seems like you're done with something. And you know, it doesn't have to be connected to another person all the time. It can be, you can be done with your own BS, your own thoughts that are not helping you, your own limiting belief system, right? You're like, I'm done with this. I'm striving for the Empress. I deserve this. I deserve all of these new beginnings. Let me shed the skin. Okay? I'm leaving that behind. I'm starting a new life. That's something that I need, and I'm not going to try and make everything work for myself as well as everyone else around me. This is my time, I'm hearing. This is my time. What can you expect in the future, pile number 3? What can you expect in the future, pile 3? You have the 7 of Swords. The truth will come to light. You have the Knight of Wands. You have the King of Pentacles. Maybe some of you are making choices between two people and you're going to realize what it is that you want. I said making choices. Look at this guy choosing the painting that he wants to buy, right? That's the way I see 7 of Pentacles, at least in this deck. Maybe you're just trying to be patient with someone's bullshit, okay? That's something that I'm also picking up. Or maybe vice versa, someone is trying to be patient with yours. I don't know what's happening here between two people, but it seems like there is someone else involved, or someone else may advise something here. I'd say overall, pile number 3, don't move too quickly. But you know that already. We have the Sun. Happiness to be expected. I'm seeing forgiveness here as well. Take time to learn new things. But the way I'm looking at this card, it's making me feel like there will be a chance for you to learn something new. It's almost like it's on your path already, okay? It's not that you're going to be choosing it. It's just going to be very natural for some of you. And we have the King of Cups here as well. I also want to say you may receive a gift from someone. If your birthday is coming up the next month or so, happy birthday. You're receiving a gift from a male in your life. Whoever this is, this person gives me a father type of energy, or at least someone who has that, you know, trait. Let me see, what else? Yeah, it seems like you're gonna start living a happier and a more free kind of lifestyle. You're seeking for freedom, and you're gonna be like, listen, I used to be like this, now I'm gonna be like that. Okay, look at the difference between these two energies, right? And that's something that you're changing, and it seems like you're gonna be pretty happy about this Tower moment here, knocking it all down. I'm done, I'm hearing. This isn't enjoyable anymore. So thank you very much for pile number 3. That was an interesting story, tribe. Love you as always. I'll catch you soon. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 4. Let's see what is up with you. Oh, this is nice. We have the 10 of Water. Look at this card. Happiness and freedom. That's what I think about when I look at this card. Peace, happiness, and freedom. Sense of fulfillment is coming through here, especially your heart space. It feels very light. It feels like you can move mountains because you're super peaceful with yourself, and it seems like you have all the energy. You have much more energy maybe than you did before, and when you feel that way, there's so much. I'm seeing you so much more productive. So if that's not your energy right now, it's the future energy, okay? 10 of Fire as well as 5 of Swords. Okay, let me look at these for a minute. It seems like you're gonna be communicating with a person who is gonna be exactly the same like you. This person is triggered by the same things like you are triggered by, and you might be triggering one another because you're very similar on some levels, okay? That's what I'm seeing by the 5 of Swords, okay? These are the same. This reminds me of, I don't remember how exactly that saying goes in English, but the apple doesn't fall too far away from the apple tree, right? So it's something along those lines here. And maybe you are going to have to face certain things about yourself that you haven't faced before. And I think this person, you know, this person feels quite familiar. It's someone who's in your circle already. But you're both on the same boat. Okay, you both are on the same boat. You both have the same traits here. You both are triggered by the same things, and maybe you're gonna have a chat with someone about that. This doesn't have to be a clash, okay? It doesn't. It can be just a discussion that you have, you know, this is what triggers me, and the other person goes like, yeah, because you have that trait that you don't like about yourself, and that's what I have too, and that's how we bond. So let's burn it down, okay? So it seems like someone is gonna be sorting out some kind of relationship issue here, but I don't want to say an issue because it doesn't feel like an issue. It feels more like, I mean, you know, for all of you it's going to be different, but it feels like an honest conversation that might not be comfortable, but at the end of the day, it's going to bring you a lot of peace and emotional fulfillment. Maybe some of you just gone through that. Some of you will be going through this in the future. Whatever the case, it seems like there's going to be an opportunity to end something once and for all, or to talk about something that maybe you didn't want to talk about and the other person didn't want to talk about. It's time to face something I'm seeing here. All right, let me see which deck I want to use for you. Let's take the Haunted House Tarot. I'm feeling, my head. Maybe some of you have headaches, or some of you will experience that in the next couple of days, but it hit me out of the blue. And, you know, I'd say around this time, take things easy. And don't rush into decisions. If something triggers you, think about it before you reply. Calm yourself down. Someone is really fiery here. We have the Four of Pentacles. I want this card as well. Okay, the Moon. Two of Cups. Knight of Swords. Very mystical energy here. We have the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands here again. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Three of Swords. Okay, what this makes me think about, and bottom of the deck we have the Hierophant. What this makes me think about is someone who's facing their own demons here. Now, this can be you, or this can be someone in your circle, because if you working in a job where you're helping other people out, this might be your client, okay? And it seems like it's gonna be intense. It's going to be intense. Look at these both. Something is going to be worked on, but this has to happen. You have to go through certain things in order to understand how to be more aligned. Literally, that's what I'm seeing here, okay? Maybe someone's going to come back to some type of memory here when they were hurt before. But whatever the situation here, it seems like throughout this journey, you or this other person is being protected big time. Look at this. Protected, and someone is holding space for the other person who's facing their own demons. Okay, it feels very nice here. It feels like there is a savior of some sort. It feels like someone is helping the other person to become a bit more independent, or to go through this, you know, these difficult maybe memories. Every time I look at this 10 of Wands in this deck in particular, I think of the past lives, right? So maybe that's something that you are interested in yourself. But overall, there's a strong connection here between two people. Someone is very caring. And I'm seeing a third person here as well. Maybe these two people are talking about the other person who's somehow involved in this situation. What do we do? What has happened? Maybe the Knight of Swords over here, quick come and go type of energy, you know, the one who doesn't stay for too long, doesn't stick around for too long. Now it doesn't have to be only a person. Maybe if you have issues with a job, you know, you find a job and you lose that job, you know, quickly, something that doesn't stick or doesn't stay. There's going to be a conversation held about it, you know, why is it happening? It keeps breaking my heart, you know, and there's some kind of an ending here that will be happening, I want to say once and for all. This is very mystical and very strong. Something is being hidden and something in your subconscious here. Maybe you want to dive deep into your subconscious here to realize what it is that you're holding on that you should burn down. Okay, literally, that's what I'm seeing. Or what you don't know about consciously, and you're like, it feels like there is something there, but I can't see it clearly. And maybe that's why you're going to be diving a bit deeper. Maybe you're going to be shown something in your dream state. Maybe you're going to want to explore your subconscious a little bit more. Whatever the case, it seems like it's a very interesting story, as well as quite a powerful one. This has something to do with one's independence. Before I used to be like that, now I am like this. But I know in order for me to upgrade myself, to improve my life, I gotta face the past. Because maybe there is something that you or this other person dug deep under the ground and didn't want to look at that. But it's still there. It's still kind of triggering, right? So maybe, you know, with these two scorpions over here, this is you facing your own shadows, literally, okay? I'm hearing enough is enough. Okay, what can you expect in the future? Let me see what is going on here. You have the Hermit. Of course you have the Hermit when you're facing yourself. You are soul searching and you're going deep. You're going really deep here. And again, remember how I said there is someone else involved, right? There is some kind of support system. Look, there's that girl looking at him as he's walking away. She's like, if you need me, I'll be there. We have the Nine of Swords. We have the King of Swords. Yeah, there's another persona who's bothering someone here, right? Even in the Fool card, in this deck, the Fool card, she's like, oh my God, I'm running away from that house. I'm done, right? And the Nine of Swords is here and the Hermit is here. From both sides, we have people on their own. And in the middle, Nine of Swords, and there's someone else involved here. Take a look at this guy's face. So maybe someone got hurt by someone. Okay, someone who's quite calculated, someone who knows exactly what they're doing, and they caused some nightmares or caused some type of anxiety, maybe even for someone else, and that's what happened towards the end, right? We have the King and the Knight of Swords. So maybe a Knight of Swords was pretending to be a king, right? And then the other person walks in your life, or maybe you find yourself and you're like, whoa, I gotta save myself, you know, or there is someone who's, again, as I said, holding space. Someone is going through massive realizations here, but it's something very, very deep, and it's very necessary for someone to look at this and to walk away, or to finish those types of memories, or something that is still nagging someone, but they just don't want to look back. Okay, someone is facing traumas here in order to live a more balanced lifestyle. That's what I'm seeing here. What did I say, right? See, the Queen of Cups is here. It's all about cleansing your emotions. What it is that happened before, let's wash it away and let me become a bit more peaceful. And I think that's why you're going to be pretty happy with the 10 of Cups here, that you went through this journey, because you're stepping into a new vibe. Okay, you're stepping into a new vibe. Yeah, look how beautiful. Look at the Sun card. That's the vibe that you're walking towards to. But in order to get there, something has to be resolved over here, okay? So buckle up and approach this journey gracefully, right? There doesn't need to be... when you're going through shadow work, or when you're looking back at certain traumas and you want to make peace with it, right? Or forgive someone. Yeah, it's not a very pleasurable journey, but as long as you let go and trust the journey you are on, and you realize what you had to learn in that situation or from that person, you're walking towards a much more peaceful way of being, and your emotions will be literally overflowing. That's what I'm seeing. I'm almost like seeing a vision of someone. They're standing by a massive cup. Imagine the Ace of Cups, but it's massive. It's very big. It's silver in my vision. And someone is taking the water from that cup, which that water is super cleansing and healing, and they pouring it on themselves, starting at the top of their heads, and they feel that emotion and they feel that cleansing, and they super refreshed, right? So I don't know what you're doing here or what you're planning to do. Maybe you've done already, but it seems like it's working really, really well. So pile number 4, I hope that this made sense, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you for coming back.